I want to get your take on the margin between Raphael Warnock and Herschel Walker. It's more than double double the margin of the number of votes is the Libertarian, and he is trying to play coy. He's making criticisms about the two-party system. But historically, libertarians tend to be more free market oriented, and they tend to be more Republican leaning. So do you think, given that Herschel Walker actually will win?
You know, it's really hard to say because, as you say, Oliver got about 2% of the vote. It's very hard to, of course, my dream would be that Donald Trump comes down and inserts himself once again, as he did in, I think this is a familiar scene, as he did in January 2021 and helped, of course, deliver the Senate to the Democrats because he was crapping so much on mail-in voting that tens of thousands of people, fewer people voted in the general than they did in the primary, and tens of thousands of people fewer people voted in the runoff than they did in the general, thanks to Donald Trump. So again, I'm hoping that's going to happen again. It's so hard to call. We did talk about on one of our previous shows, my scenario that does worry me is that if Laxalt wins in Nevada, which is looking like he probably will, so it's going to be 50-49. So as I worried on a previous show, the control of the Senate will come down to this runoff election. And even though, as I've told you, Herschel Walker is the most embarrassingly unqualified candidate ever to run for anything, and character doesn't matter anymore. Nothing seems to matter anymore. All that matters is power to these people. So I'm afraid that a few people that didn't vote for him in the general may hold their nose and say, you know what, control of the Senate is more important. I'm going to vote for him. So I think that more than any other factor, more than the Libertarian, more than almost anything you can name, will probably be the deciding factor in the election. Now, you look at the gap between Brian Kemp, who just thrashed Stacey Abrams. And by the way, I guess if you're a Republican, and every show I watched, I love to watch and listen to these shows, every conservative commentator was gloating. Well, at least Beto O'Rourke and Stacey Abrams are retired. And Stacey Abrams, by the way, I think made a terrible mistake running again. She lost that lawsuit. Her brand is badly damaged, which is too bad because I really did think she brought up some very useful stuff. But I don't think we'll be hearing from her for quite a while. So the long-winded answer to your question is I don't know. I think so much of it is going to depend. This is going to be a huge election, obviously, with control of the Senate hinging upon it. And we'll see. If I had to take a gut right now, I think that Warnock's margin was greater than I expected. I was worried that Walker would get more of the votes than Warnock. So because Warnock got more votes, I think he has a chance. I give it like 55-45 Warnock, but it's going to be very close, and it's really too hard to call.